So in this video I want to talk about comparison. And comparison is a human condition. And it was necessary back in the day when we were primates. It allowed us to survive and protect ourselves. However, the primal brain hasn't caught up, and it still has us in this pattern of ranking ourselves against other people, of comparing, of judging. And all this does, it creates unhappiness, it makes us feel demotivated, and it makes us stop trying. And there are two types of comparison: upward comparison and downward comparison. And when we're comparing downwards and we find that our skills or our talents or our successfuls are slightly better than those people, it can make us believe in ourselves more and build our self-esteem. However, the problem with this is quite often that's temporary. And when we compare upwards, this can really give us the charge and the motivation to do things differently, to get out of our comfort zone and try to achieve the things that we want. And what happens is we mainly compare ourselves to the people in our inner circle, our friends, our families, our colleagues and our peers. And the comparisons we feel most strongly are related to the things that we value the most: appearance, relationships, professional accomplishments, goals. And we might find ourselves comparing where we're not feeling strong and we're looking for approval from others. Other times it might be when we doubt ourselves and our abilities and our talents. And then sometimes we just compare ourselves because we want to find evidence to reinforce the negative beliefs that we already have about ourselves. And so often we compare against a narrow and distorted view of someone's life. And I love this saying: don't compare your beginning with someone else's middle. And we all start somewhere, we just move at different rates. And successful people have had struggles. They've just further along the path and they've committed to staying on the path. And we're all human and we're all perfectly imperfect. And we make mistakes and we pick ourselves up. But the truth is, we are all capable of greatness. So here are my tips for reducing comparison. First of all, identify what areas do you most likely compare yourself against others in. Is it relationships? Is it professional accomplishments? Is it appearance? And then second, define what good, great or success means to you. Does being beautiful mean having long, flowing, shiny hair? Or does it mean being carefree? Does success mean having wealth? Or does it mean having balance in your life? And then find ways to amplify those things. What do you need to do? What do you need to have? And who do you need to be in order to have that? And then recognize, when do you most likely compare? Is it when you're feeling like you need someone's approval? Is it in those times where you're doubtful about your own capabilities and skills? Or is it simply as a way of reinforcing those things that you tell yourself about yourself? And make a list of what makes you unique. In the business world, we would call this your USP. Shine the light of awareness on all that you have, all that you are, and all that you could be if you just allowed it. Next, compare yourself to yourself. Where are you today versus a year ago? What have you achieved? What have you got? What do you want to acknowledge yourself for? And then invest time telling people what's great about yourself and stop telling people what you don't do well. And next, create a daily practice where you can reinforce these new beliefs, these new truths about yourself. And when I say daily practice, I do mean daily practice. Commitment to yourself is vital. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual thing. And even when it gets tough, you're committing to stay. And that's what successful people do. And so some ideas of what you could do as part of your daily practice is to create some truths. The truth is, I'm good enough. I allow myself to believe that I'm doing enough. My desire is to recognize everything that I do well. My desire is to love my body. Connect with an affirmation such as, every day, in every way, I get better and better. Or perhaps you can write this affirmation down 20 times on a page each night. But you'll know what's right for you. You'll know what you need to do to connect to this feeling that you are doing enough, that you are making strides in the right direction. So if you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch with me as always. I hope this has been helpful.